This week's edition of Big South Coach Camp. I'm Patrick Reed, and I'm joined by Radford University assistant track and field and head cross country coach Sean Bossman with the Big South Conference Championships coming up right here at Radford University on October the 30th. Now, Sean, you're in your third year with this program. You're also a Radford University graduate, something unique about your position. In those 3 years that you've been here, moving up the chain and moving to the head of the cross-country program, talk about some of the things that you've learned and some of the philosophies you've developed over that time.
Well, Patrick, being an athlete here first, was a great experience. 4 years, ran here. But my first 2 years of being a volunteer assistant, you learn the different aspects of coaching and what you didn't know, what you didn't see as being an athlete. So I learned a lot, and with Coach McGranahan, who I was under, she taught me a lot from her experiences of running and coaching. But I feel I still have a lot to learn, and I'm growing each year. But taking control, I'm trying to bring the program back to where I know it can be and competitive in the Big South. And as we all know, the Big South is competitive in cross country and distance. Having two former national champions from Liberty, so you have to go out there and get the right athletes.
Now, I mentioned that your position is unique, being a Radford University graduate and having run for the Highlanders yourself. Talk about the sense of pride that you have that's maybe different from some other coaches.
Well, that's the biggest thing. I've been here for 6 years, longer than some of assistant track and field coaches as an athlete and now helping coach staff. So I know where this program has come from, and it has turned big time from when we used to be. But I want to get it back to where it can be, and the athletes that used to be here, and show for the alum so they can be proud to be Radford alum. And for me, as being an alum here and being a coach now, I want to bring a program where we're competitive each year in and out.
And the pride is definitely important to you, but one of the other advantages that you have, Sean, is you're a bit of a younger guy. You're not too far removed from having been a runner here yourself. How do you use that to your advantage when you're dealing with your student athletes and coaching them?
I think just my experience and being so closely related with them. I know a lot where these kids come from. I know the coaches in the conference, so I know their kind of athletes they recruit and what it takes to get the job done, and I've seen it for my years being around here, so I can really relate to the kids and let them, know what they're coming up against.
What was your experience like here as a runner at Radford University? Obviously, you were one of the top performers in the program while you were here. Talk about how that was for you.
I think it was great. I think I could have reached a little more potential. I didn't see the little things that really, as a coach now, I see that are important to an athlete to reach their full potential. But I was able to perform at a high level, each year, all the way through my senior year. And so I'm just trying to bring that experience to my athletes now and make sure they understand all the little things, because in this sport, there's a bunch of little things that help with performance.
Now, that's really a unique perspective, understanding the little things. What are some of those little things you're trying to impart on your athletes?
Just recovery, nutrition, fluid, things they bring into the body. And, kids are, we're talking about kids that are 18 to 22, and, they might not understand that, and they, think, oh, I come to practice, that's all I have to do. But there's things of sleep, getting your, other distractions, so that when you come to practice, you're full on attention and you're giving me 110%. And then when you go to a meet, we don't have distractions bothering us, so we can perform to our highest level.
Now, I think one of the things that we should talk about, and one of the things I think is a thought that a lot of people have about track and field cross country, is that the sport is just running. That absolutely is not true. There's a lot more to it than just getting out there and running. If you had to impart a specific tip on either a future Division I runner or just your everyday person that gets out and goes for a jog, what would that one thing be, Sean?
If you really want to take it to the next level in Division I, it's your commitment. That's the biggest thing. You have to be committed to the sport. And like you said, it's not just about running. Anybody can go out and run, and that's for those people that want to go out and run every day. But to be at the Division I level, you have to be committed, you have to be accountable, you have to take in everything the coach is, telling you. It's not really, we try to guide the kids. It's up to them on performance and how much they want to take in. But recovery and just doing all those little things, like I said, and adapting to your situation, because the environment might change due to training and weather and things like that. So you have to be able to adapt to that and be committed and accountable.
You've certainly been there before. You've been there right here at Radford University, so you have a grasp on what these athletes need to do to get to the next level. Sean Bossman, thanks so much for joining us on this week's edition of Big South Coach Camp.
Thank you.